What do you do when a man has an asthma attack and forgets to unmute his mic during an important set of events? With only a few days of editing time, you have to be quick in coming up with solutions for such problems. I even offered to do a voiceover for the trivia bot section. Ultimately, I left that part unedited for Scar to decide on his own voiceover, and that leaves us with the next problem. Scar gets voted naughty and he thinks he's still one of the boys. For this, I suggested an action sequence.
Scar, why aren't you running, buddy? Did you run away?
He's running now. Still coming?
Throughout this series, I learned quite a bit about flashback, such as the entity tracker that I brought up previously. But another cool thing is that it also records audio from voice chat. I actually got jump scared the first time I loaded Nice Life in flashback and Scar started talking. Like, I wasn't expecting that at all. This also meant that I can manipulate the voice chat settings and adjust individual player volumes. I used this feature to pick out voice clips to put into the action sequence of Impulse running after Scar, because obviously even if you record with 2 tracks as most creators would do, other people's voices would be layered on your game audio track. So this is a way to get clean game audio without other players' voices. We start off the sequence with title cards because Scar was oblivious during this whole segment and was busy fixing the back of his house instead of running away as he should. Then it immediately cuts straight into the action with Grian drawing his bow and saying,
Scar, why aren't you running, buddy?
to immediately create that tension. You can see a group of players hanging about, so this was when I used voice chat to pick out Grian's voice and the sounds of arrows being shot and Jimmy hitting Scar with his sword.
Are you
Scar,
gonna
why
run
aren't you
or
running, buddy?
yeah?
Scar.
Just gonna.
Scar, why aren't you running, buddy?
Using this same method, I picked out Scott and Impulse's voice lines to supplement the action happening on screen. So I scattered some of these voice lines throughout the sequence, so it wouldn't be just the clips with background music like a montage, but more of an action scene. So this is Grian's voice,
Scar, why aren't you running, buddy?
followed by the arrow shot, and immediately cutting to Scar getting hit by the arrow and Jimmy's sword hit. Then as he's running away,
Did you run away?
He's running now.
and here Scar looks back to see if they're still chasing him.
Still coming?
And in this clip, you see Pearl in the background, and in the original recording, she's talking about how Impulse is chasing Scar. So we muted all the players and keep only the game audio. So we have this balance of certain scenes having the game audio and some not. For background music, you also want to splice it appropriately instead of just laying down a track and fading in the start and the end. So for this, I wanted the end of the track to be that little trail off, so I intentionally placed the track at the end and extended it backwards. But I also wanted it to start slow with the little beats to raise the tension, so that's where I got it to start. So now you have to find a sweet spot to stitch the tracks back together and create a somewhat seamless background music. With my own edit, I tried to make it seem like there wasn't any audio issues, which is why I cut out most of the bit where anyone mentioned Scar being muted. Of course, Scar did end up mentioning it after I sent him the file for him to do the voiceover work, but that was how I tackled this little challenge and did my best as an editor to hide these recording issues. If you want to know more flashback tricks, do let me know in the comments. But until next time, take care and have a good day!